Welcome to Panama, you guys. My name is Isakar, and I'll be talking about this amazing country. So let's just get started. Panama is a very hot country, and it also is very humid. Our temperatures varied from 90s to 95s. It's super hot. We don't have so many seasons. We don't have rainy season and dry season. One cool thing about Panama is that you can go from the Pacific side to the Caribbean side in less than 2 hours, because we are a very narrow country and we have tons of beaches where we can go and just relax. Panama is a very diverse country. We are called a melting pot, and so is the food. We have Caribbean style food where you will be eating fried fish, fried plantains, something we call patacones, which are plantains very smashed so that you can eat them very crispy. And we also have food from the rural area, which is more based on corn. We have tortillas, empanadas, chicheme. Hello guys, and welcome again to this short series where I'll be talking about Panama in a nutshell. Panama is a very small country compared to the rest of the countries in the Latin American region. We have a size approximately smaller than South Carolina. There's about 4 million people in Panama. It was estimated in 2016. But even though we are very small, we have tons of different races and traditions. Living conditions vary from place to place. You're gonna see very nice places in the city that are gonna resemble Miami or New York with high rises and condos near to the beach and all of that. But you're also going to see a lot of poor places where people are struggling to live. People usually work in the services field. So for instance, in restaurants, lawyers, doctors. So all the professions that are related to the services are what's common in Panama. The major places to work are the Panama Canal. People also work for big banks, and also there's a lot of international banks that operate in Panama. A lot of people work for them. And since Panama is a very affordable place for huge corporations, we have tons of different corporations that have headquarters in Panama, like Procter & Gamble, Dell, and companies that are huge like that. You might be curious on what people wear on a regular basis. So this is a fun fact. A lot of people wear jeans, even though we have a very humid and hot weather. It's just considered a very casual clothing. Life in Panama City and Panama in general is pretty laid back. People usually try to make the most out of life with what they have, and even though it's small, there are many things to do. People like to go to the beach, like to go hiking, they like to go to the mall and just go grocery shopping or just shopping in general. Hello guys, and welcome back to this short series about Panama. This time I brought with me my favorite coffee, Palo Alto. And speaking of coffee, coffee is a very important thing in Panama's culture. There's a region called Tierras Altas, which is close to Costa Rica, in which we plant tons of different types of coffee.
Here we can see some coffee trees that my family planted on our backyard. They currently don't have any coffee, but
something that
once they
you're
get
only going
older,
to
they'll
find in
produce a
Panama
ton of
is
coffee.
actually the Panama Canal. It is a shortcut between the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean, and it is key for the global economy. The Panama Canal was actually built by the United States, and it's been operating more than 100 years.
Behind me, we can see a monument which was dedicated to
Tourism
George
is
Goethals,
a
chief
key
engineer in
thing
charge of
in
the
Panama's
construction of the
economy.
Panama Canal.
There's tons of tourists that come to Panama every year. And what's attractive about Panama is that it has a variety of things to do. If you're into hiking and watching wildlife or rainforest activities, you can do that. But if you're also into shopping and being in the city, there's also lots of offering for that.
Dogs and cats are actually the most common pets you'll find in Panamanian households. Let me introduce you to these babies who were born a month ago. Ducks are very loved in Panama. Unfortunately, you find a ton of dogs on the streets. Luckily, there's a lot of people who actually like to rescue them and find a good place for them to live and have a happy life.
Thank you guys for paying attention. I hope you liked what you heard about Panama, and hopefully you can come and visit soon. Panama has a lot to offer, and I'm sure you're gonna love it if you have the chance to come. So I just want to leave by saying that you guys are awesome and just keep being awesome.